You know what this is?
Sentimental.
In April of 2008, they finally passed legislation, Local Law 13, that would make electronic manufacturers responsible for creating recycling programs here in New York City. And then in November of 2008, the Department of Sanitation finally came out with rules of how to really interpret some of the things that are in the law. The law is saying to make programs that are convenient for people, so that really needed to be defined by rules. And sanitation has defined that now, and then there was a public hearing session that closed in November for people to have comments. And then we've been just told that the final rules will be published soon in the City Register, but that unfortunately hasn't happened. It's half a year later. We really do not have any law on the books that's being enacted right now, which is very unfortunate. So there is a huge delay in really bringing more electronic waste recycling to New York City residents. I think that the city is really getting heavily lobbied, and they might also wait for the state, because in the state there's legislation that's sort of moving with a snail pace through, Albany, and so we really don't quite understand what it is, but something is just delaying these rules from being published, and so that's just delaying the whole thing. But once that happens, manufacturers have to 3 months to come up with a plan of how to provide convenient recycling programs for electronic waste here in New York City, and then the Department of Sanitation looks at these proposed programs and either says yes, or they send them back to drawing board to come up with a better plan, and then the manufacturers have to start offering these programs. Obviously, the July 1st deadline that was in 2009 that was on the books is not going to be realistic anymore. But the one deadline that is still realistic and that really worries me a little bit is that by July 1st of 2010, it will be illegal for you and me to dispose of our electronics just in the regular garbage, which is great. But we need the infrastructure. We need to create the infrastructure now, so that once this deadline rolls around, we actually have options of what to do with our electronics, because it will be huge to develop all these programs. So that is really what is happening with electronic waste recycling, or rather what's not happening here in New York City at this point.